Today we are going to make one of our all-time favourites, the good old traditional apple tart. Now we're starting with our shortcut pastry, which we need a nice clean bowl. We use actually self-raising flour, and I'm using again our measurement as a cup, and we're using today 3 cups of flour, and I have already measured out here 2 ounces of sugar and 4 ounces of nice cold homemade butter that was churned this morning. So this is just chopped up very gently and put into the mixture. And at this stage, you have your nice clean hands and you start and you rub in your butter into your flour mixture. So you keep continuing doing this here until your mixture becomes like fine breadcrumbs. And that's why it's important to have your butter cold, because it works out a lot quicker. This butter actually is a little bit on the soft side, so it's going to take a few minutes longer. And it also helps if you, when you're actually rubbing in your butter into your flour, that you lift it up to incorporate air, and it helps it to it does take time to do this. It's a procedure that you really can't rush until you get it all nicely as nice fresh little small breadcrumbs. We're nearly there now. And as you can see, it's quite well mixed in here, and it does look like breadcrumbs. And as you can see, it's ready now. And it's at this stage, some people would add water, some people add a beaten egg, but myself, I prefer using milk. And at this stage, we bring and add our milk. And you just keep adding it little by little. Again, you have to judge this as you go along. You don't want to put in too much, or it'll destroy your pastry. Once it starts to bind together, and that's the important bit here, is when it binds. And as you can see, it is starting to come along. And you keep at this here until hopefully it becomes to a dough. Just a little bit more. And as you can see, it's binding now together very well. And it's at this stage that we will take our dough out, roll it up into a little mound, and let it sit somewhere cool to rest for approximately 20-30 minutes. Again, you flour your baking board. And there we have our dough ready to go and rest. Now, as you can see, we've given it and rested it here for 20-30 minutes, so it's ready to roll out. So what I'm going to do, first of all, as you can see, I'm sprinkling it with flour. I'm going to divide it near enough, a little bit bigger on one side for the base. And this is going to be the base of our apple tart. Now I'm about to roll out our pastry for my apple tart. I think that's about the size. As you can see from behind me, I'm using the pot oven, and in days gone by they would have used tin plates or enamel plates, and that's what I'm using here today. So we get our plate and we very roughly just go round the sides to get a size. I've measured around the side of the plate, so hopefully this will lift up very easily for me. It is. Make sure that you grease your plate very well before you put your pastry on top. And as you can see, this is fitted quite well. And at this stage, I normally would trim, but I think I'll leave it now till I get the apples inside the sugar and put it on the top. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Lovely. Now we have, as you can see, sliced apples. I'm very partial to using our local apples from the next county, the good old Bramley. And what we do, we just slice them very fine and just put them, layer them nice and gently into the bottom of your plate. Some people tend to pre-cook their apples beforehand, but I normally just do it this here. I think this is quick and it's very handy. Again, some people put in cinnamon, some people put in cloves, depending on your own personal flavour. But today I'm only going to add sugar. And again, depending on how sweet your tooth is, I just use just a sprinkle of sugar. Bramleys can be quite bitter, so it depends again on your own personal taste. Now, as you can see, I'm using milk along the bottom, and this helps to seal the tart, the lid on the top to the bottom, and keeps it nice and closed so that all the juices from the apples will stay in. So when you're ready, then you lift the lid on top of your tart, like so. And that's fitting quite nicely. And a method my mother always showed me was use your thumb to go around the edges. And that's basically why I never sealed or took off the excess pastry in the bottom layers, for it gives you that little bit of extra give. Now, simply lift and take your sharp knife and just very gently go around the ends. Nearly left me there. Like so. And when you're ready and you're happy with your tart, you very gently take a sharp knife again and make a little opening at the top, and that will let the steam from the cooked apples to come out. As you can see, I'm now putting my apple tart into my pot oven, which actually will take about 40-45 minutes, and this oven works exactly the same as your oven at home. I just cover the lid with coals. But when you're using your oven at home, you can actually put it in at about 180, and again 40 minutes is long enough to cook your apple tart. Now, after approximately 40-45 minutes, this is our perfect, lovely, homemade apple tart.